Right, today I'm going to share with you what I know about keyframe animations, in particular how you can manipulate how fast, how slow, or how gradually an animation eases out of and into the keyframes. I'll use scale and position movements as examples in both Premiere Pro and After Effects. Right, here in Premiere Pro, we'll use these two clips as examples. We've got a sailor, which involves the camera moving in a pedestal and tilt motion, and then this clip over here where there's no motion. Let's start off with this easy one over here first, and let's just do a scale in. So let's start somewhere along over here and toggle the scale animation. And let's just say we want to start it at the normal 100%, and then at about this point over here, we want to give it a drastic upscale to about here. Let's just say 130. And let's just take a look at what this looks like with the straightforward keyframe animations. So this movement is quite abrupt. It goes from no camera movement abruptly into the zooming in type of scaling in effect. To make this a little clearer for you, let's open up the graph. So over here we've got two graphs. We've got a graphical representation of the scaling factor, which starts at 100 and then increases to 130 over here at these two keyframes. And in this graph over here, you see how fast, slow, or in this case, how abrupt we go from having just a static camera to a zooming in effect straight away. And it's this abruptness that you can really pick up on when you're watching the clip. So to address this, we can right click and ease out. And notice how now we've eased that movement out and ease in. So the movement is less abrupt. It does seem quite unnatural because the zoom in was quite a harsh one, and we went from 100 to 130 in a very small amount of time. But if we were to move this out, notice how gradual and smooth this curve is, and you can really see that there in this motion. And if we were to bring these closer together, you'll have a less smooth curve, which is reflected in the movement. But that just makes sense because we are creating quite a drastic increase in the scaling factor in such a small frame of time. Now with our sailor guy, we've got that movement that kind of goes pedestals down and then tilts up. And let's just say we want to add 3 keyframes to this with 2 types of animation, position and scale. Go to the middle here, and we want to scale this up. Keep him center, and then towards the end here, we want to scale this up a little more. And look at this abrupt graph over here. See, once it hits this point over here, how abrupt that looks? It looks as though the camera jolted downwards. We can fix this by highlighting all of this. Right click, temporal interpolation, auto Bezier. And look how smooth this curve has become. And that really is a lot smoother. It's more pleasing to see. It's almost as though we've assisted the camera movement. So let's just click Alt and drag this over the same clip. And we want to right click, replace with After Effects composition. As you can see here, folks, this is a nested sequence that is made up of various adjustments and manipulations. And to make this as fast as possible for us, to make this as easy as possible for us, let's just nest this, in other words, pre-compose it. So okay, as you can see, it's the same clip. Now for this part of the tutorial, I'll just take you through the steps or the clicks you need to make to repeat what we did in Premiere Pro. So if you go to this little triangle here, click that to bring down the transform menu, and here you've got the scale and position like before. Toggle these animations, have another change here, there, and then final one here, scale up a little more. There you have it. Now if you want to repeat everything we did in the previous part of the tutorial, right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease, which applies your easy ease. But like we saw in the previous part of the tutorial, this one over here, you don't really want it to be an easy ease. So you want it to be more of an auto type of thing. And we've automated everything. And if we just look at the graph, which you can get by clicking over here, give us a little click, and there you can see our little curve manipulators, which you can manipulate like so. And it's as simple as that, folks. That's all it takes. Give it some practice, play around with it, see what works for you, experiment, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you liked this at all, if you found it entertaining, if it was useful, please do give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.